Hello students. So we were studying chapter 5, that is Kingdoms, Kings and an Early Republic. So let's continue the chapter. Next we have Janapadas. So Janapadas, or you say the Rajas who performed big sacrifices, which I have told you in the previous video, like the sacrifices or rituals like the Ashwamedha or the horse sacrifice. So these Rajas are now considered as more powerful, and they are being the rajas of Janapadas rather than the rajas of only Janas. So the word Janapada means where the Jana set its foot and they settle down there. So Jana or the citizen or people, they have set their foot in some place. So this is referred as Janapadas. Uh, some of the Janapadas, like archaeologists have excavated, and these are in the places like Purana Kila in Delhi, Hastinapur near Meerut in Uttar Pradesh, and Atranji Kheda near Etah, it's also in Uttar Pradesh. So these three are the places where archaeologists have found the evidences of Janapadas. So the people who used to live in these Janapadas, they used to live in the huts, and they also rear cattle and animals also, and they have grown a variety of crops like rice, wheat, barley, pulses, sugarcane, shisham and mustard. And they used to make earthen pots, like some of these were in gray in color like I'm showing you here. So this is a painted grayware. So these painted grayware, or you say these gray pots, had painted designs and simple lines, and they have some geometric patterns also. And these are used to make the bowls and the vessels, and they are very nice and they have a very smooth surface. So this is painted grayware which the people of the Janpadas used to make. Next we have Mahajanapadas. So around, like, first I'll show you the Janapadas and the Mahajanapadas on the map. So you can see like something which is written in the bold letters, or you say in the capital, like in the Pakistan region you can see Gandhar. So this was Mahajanapada, like below Gandhar there is Takshila. So Takshila was Janpada and Gandhar was Mahajanpada. Next, here in the UP side, we see Kurukshetra and Hastinapur was a Janpada, and Panchal was a Mahajanpada. You can see Kosala, Vaishali, Magadha, where the King Ashoka lived, and Anga, Avanti, Ujjain. So these are some Janapadas and Mahajanapadas, important Janapadas and Mahajanapadas, and some important cities also. So around 2500 years ago, there were like the important Janapadas. They are being considered as Mahajanapadas, like the Janapadas who are very important, and people gave them a new name, that is Mahajanapadas. So I have shown you in the map who are Mahajanapadas, like Gandhar and Panchal. So these were the Mahajanapadas. And every Mahajanapadas has a capital city, and these Mahajanapadas are fortified. So I'll tell you the meaning of what is fortified. So fortified means like the huge walls, or you say the walls of wood or brick or stone, they were built around them, and forts were probably built because like the people of that Mahajanapada, they were afraid of the attacks of other kings, and they needed protection, so they fortified the Mahajanapadas and they built huge, tall and impressive walls around the whole Janapada, so the people can be protected, and the land, like in these type of Mahajanapadas or say fortified area, people can be controlled easily by the king. And these walls has also built by the king for showing off, or you say for showing off how wealthy the king is, or how they are protecting their citizens. So this huge walls, or building such huge walls, required a great number of labors or and a great planning. So these all are planned, and like thousands of labors or lakhs of bricks or stones had to be prepared, and then thousands of men, women, and children, they worked day and night to build these walls. And the resources, like, so for building this much of wall, there should be a large number of resources. So for this, the new Rajas began maintaining the armies, like the soldiers of that Mahajanpata. They were paid regular salaries, and they are maintained by the king throughout the year. And some payments were made using punch-marked coins also, like every Mahajanpata has their own punch-marked coins. So they used those coins for the payment purpose. And uh, I'll show you a wall. This is the wall. This is the fortification wall at Kosambi. You can see how great or how tall the wall is, and this is a picture of the remains of a brick, like wooden and brick wall, and this is found near Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh, and it was built around 2500 years ago. So you can see how large or how tall these walls were built. So next we have taxes. So like the Rajas, or you say the rulers, they were building huge walls or forts, and they were maintaining armies. So they needed more resources, and for those resources they needed officials to collect those resources. And so, like, instead of depending upon the occasional gifts which Rajas received from the people, he started collecting regular taxes from his people. And like the first tax were on the crops, so it was the most important tax, and the farmers, they usually have to pay the tax, like they have to pay 1 by 6th of what was produced. So 1 by 6th, and this was known as bhaga, or the share. And next is taxes on the craft person. So like uh, the taxes on craft person could be on the like could be in the form of labor, like they have to work for 1 day for the Raja. Next is taxes from the herders. So the herders have to give the animal produce or their animals to the Rajas every month. And next are hunters, hunter gatherers. So the hunter gatherers have to give the forest produce, like whatever they have grown or whatever they have found in the forest, like they have to give that some portion to the Raja. So that was all about taxes and how Rajas used to collect these taxes. So that's all for this video. I hope you have understood the topics, and the rest of the topics we'll study in the next video. Thank you so much.